Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear regarding the practice we do here. Because day by day, when you brush up yourself and when you become more clear and understand yourself regarding the value of this practice, it will help for you to go deeper and deeper and deeper. So you have to understand the more details, not to change the technique, but you recognize, you understand the value and how you can apply it and why you have to practice this. But the one of the mistake what we does, every day we try to change the technique. And then what will happen? Day by day, day by day, day by day, you're going to go through different experience. You can't master one technique. So when it comes to meditation, you don't need a lot of techniques. Only thing you should know how to practice the technique and how this mechanism work inside you, what are the benefits that you can gain, and how you can apply it to day-to-day life. So that will help you to go deeper, and that will help you to have a kind of like a deeper clarity and energy to work within yourself. Because when it comes to our life, the most difficult task that you have is dealing with yourself, not the outside things. Your own inner nature always come against you. You don't see that. So invisibly, unknowingly, so you develop it. So the meditation is a method, little by little, start to release you from your own mental formations. So you are kind of like a person, the spider became very limited to its own web. So you are yourself mentally already built up as who you are. You already have the self-talk, self-initiation, self-authorization, self-creation, self-visualization. And as a result of that, this who you are exists. So now, when you look for the clarity or the deeper wisdom, that all the information you build up in you start to come against. So the important thing you have to understand, that is not bad. So that is the very nature of this everything. That is what called the imperfection. Because when it comes to the world, when it comes to the existence, when it comes to the life, one of the major important thing that you can see, one of the beauty that you can see in each and everything is imperfection. But the thing is, that is our nature. But the thing is, sometimes our imagination start to build up and try to be so perfect. So that idea start to resist our true nature. And itself, it can bring a disappointment, unsatisfaction, so that kind of thing. So to get out of that, you in the very beginning, you have to come to a place to accept without judging, without putting your self-opinion, just to accept. So, no, and another thing is not to be perfect. So if you try to be perfect, you always follow your mental image. When you follow your mental image, you miss the opportunity to be in the moment. Because when it comes to the very true nature, so how we can understand this true meditation? So just imagine. So we observe inhalation and exhalation. We observe our breathing, contemplate on breathing, anapanasati. So how we can gain this basic knowledge out of observing inhalation, exhalation? So when you observe inhalation, exhalation, you start to recognize two nature: inhalation, exhalation. That is the building block of life. Having two nature, two different natures, characters. So the very good example for that is the mountain. So the growing nature, when you grow, so your inhalation, exhalation is the energy that allows you to grow. So when the inhalation, exhalation go into the happening in your body, it always creates a kind of energy or the power in between, kind of like two things. So the gaining and releasing. So the mountain, to become a mountain, it needs two kind of force come together, press together, And as a result of that, the mountain arises. So in you also, to become like this, there are two different nature in you. That's why you grow. That is what called the samsara. Existence happen again and again and again. The creation happen. So for physical things, there are many reasons that you can see, but our purpose is for us to our life. What is the main reason to happen like this? And what are the two major pillars or the powers or the forces that keep pressing each other to become like this? So when it comes to that, two different nature, you have two different nature, consciousness and unconsciousness. So you know something, and at the same time, there is something you don't know in you. There is something you can see as who you are. There is still, you didn't see something as who you are. So you're missing something. It's there. So unknowingly or unknowingly what's happened, these two things always, consciousness and your unconsciousness, what you know and what you don't know, what you like and what you don't like, your pain and your pleasure, your desire and your resistance, always together, the press together. So as a result of that, what happens? Your life move forward. So now automatically, naturally, we tune to that. So the name of the life, what we does, we always empower these two nature. So that is what our inner conversation always keep going. And that's what always happening in us. So when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, you recognize inhalation and exhalation. These two different nature. But these two different nature always bring the moment to experience. The both nature has the 50-50 same power. You can't hold only the inhalation. You can't go with only the exhalation. You can't put any favor on any one thing. Only thing is you have to accept this both without holding or grasping or rejecting. That is what our inner nature. So remember this, same principle. It's your body happening like that. So if you are capable to bring that same principles to your mind, without any difficulty, without any misunderstanding, you are capable to recognize the life as it is. See that in this very moment, your life happening, you don't see, you don't feel that. Why? Because your inhalation, exhalation, the both, your body accept that both in the same way. That in case what will happen, in case your body reject the inhalation or resist the inhalation or block the inhalation, push away the inhalation and hold only to the exhalation, what will happen? You can try it. You can try it right now. Don't keep long time, okay? just for a short time period, you can try. And you can hold it to the inhalation and you reject your exhalation. See what will happen. So then when the life happens itself underneath you, there is no discomfort. So the discomfort or the unsatisfaction always arises because of that we put the favor on something, and we just go with only one thing sometimes. We just go on only with the things that we see. So within us we have a life what we see, and at the same time the most difficult part, there is a life we don't see. So when it comes to the mountain, there is a part that you can see, so on the surface level, but there is a part that you can't see. So then how the meditation will take you deeper when once you start with your inhalation, exhalation, by the time, if your awareness becomes sharper and clear, what will happen by the time through the sensation, you start to see your mind. That is where you're heading. So when you're capable to see your mind, so that is your deeper unknown nature. So now you can see the surface level, that's mean the thoughts, and at the same time your mental formation, your mind, from where these thoughts come, with what reason, what desire, what is the desire behind. And when once you see that both, you're not going to hold it to one thing. Why we are here like this and why we keep coming and keep our life happening? Because there is unknown nature governing inside us. And sometimes what happens in day-to-day life, our feelings, our desires, or our deeper inner thoughts need to find a way to come out of and find the freedom in this surface level, or in this environment. Sometimes we don't have a space for that. What we like, what we want, our true nature may be something else. So when we don't have that space to become as who we are, and sometimes we cover up again and again, cover up our character with the ideas to make ourselves happy or make sometimes other people happy. And by the time, after long time period, what will happen? We can't even find our true nature. So we are the one who covered it. So by the time, and we misunderstand, we misplace it. It's kind of like sometimes you hide little money thinking, oh, I will get it later, in an emergency time. And then what happened when the emergency time comes? You can't find the money that you hide. It's misplaced. So the same thing, that your true nature, that your true wanting, your true life, you have seen in somewhere in your life, but what happens? And something else you put on you, and now you became totally different person. And that true nature misplaced, and now it is invisible. It's kind of like unconsciously in the darkness, in the inside of the mountain, it governs our life. But we are, holding in this surface level outside character, and try to maintain it. So this always keep pressure, put the pressure on us. And as a result of that, we keep running. So through the meditation, once you get access to deeper, the very rock bottom, you can get into the very rock bottom of the mountain, and then you see from where this came, why this happened. Maybe little reasons, not that much, that the big thing. But now, on the surface level, when we don't see it kind of like it build up a shadow. It's like a, sometimes the shadow become bigger than the real picture. Sometimes have you seen that the cat, the shadow is kind of like a lion. So sometimes inside our needs, the desires, wanting, cravingness, the fire that we have inside us to keep move, maybe the beginning point, if you go to the beginning point, it is something very simple. So if you see it is good for you, because you are the one who's going to get benefit out of it. So there is a incident happened in this human history. It's a very beautiful incident. So, and this is what happened to all of us. And this is a very good example, because he is the one who, he is the king of this mind. That's why sometimes, the Carl Jung, Carl Jung, he's the Swiss, psychiatrist, and 1875 to 1961 he lived. In everybody knows him. When he was young, as a child, he didn't like go to school. It's kind of like a killing him. He always tried to escape from the school. So then what happened? And one day, he fell down at the school and he hit his head. It was a little bit painful, and everybody came and, and tried to sympathize him, empathize him, and try to look what happened. And it was a news for the whole school, oh, Carl Jung fell down and hit his head. And the Carl Jung thought, it was like a little bit painful. And what he thought? Oh, this is a very good for me, because from now, my head, my head is hurting. I no need to come for the school. See that? Deeper he had the, that idea. He was hating the school. And now what happened, this incident, he put as a shield not to go to school. So then by the time what happened, the pain disappeared. He was okay. And then by the time, little by little, he started to get a headache. And that, no reason, no any damage. And he's a healthy person, physically healthy, but he started to get a headache. So from where it comes? Now the pain is real, the pain is physical. Pain is, when the pain comes through the body, no one can tell it is not there, So if you have the pain, it is painful, it is physical now. But when there's no any damage or any reason for that, how you can get the help? So that is what happened to him. And he didn't go to school. The very reason was, and he didn't like the school, that thought bounced back and brought the headache. So this is a very important, remember that your unknown part, your known part is okay, you know, that for a reason that whatever you do something, you know, you get hurt, you get mad for a reason that you know why you get hurt, it is okay, you get mad, and after that you're going to go to cool down. There are some people, sometimes they get so mad, sad, worry, you know, by the time they cool down, because they get mad for the reason. It is visible, it's just the surface level. But there are people, they get mad without a reason. That make the person crazy, you know. When a person gets mad without a reason, everybody get the pain out of it. When a person gets sad without a reason, some people, you know, they get sad without any reason, they cry. Even they don't know why they cry. You know, even while they're sleeping, they cry. See, that's the very difficult part. So your known part is okay, but your unknown part sometimes sabotage you. That is the very danger. So this self-sabotage, we don't know from where it can come and what time it can happen, you know, which place, in, you know, in which way, we don't know. Then you are the one who always going to put your life in a risk. So then to know this part is very important. Your unknown part of this mountain. Because remember, to happen something, always need that two things, at least. So our thing is here, consciousness and unconsciousness. And if awareness and unawareness. So if you capable to build up the awareness little by little, reduce the unawareness little by little. So then by the time 100% awareness come, you get out of this sabotage. So that is mean that you go to the rock bottom of the mountain and see the beginning. Anymore, not the unawareness. Anymore, not that unconsciousness. You become conscious. So see here, this is the thing. It is nothing to do with being right or wrong, doing good or bad. This is misunderstanding. So we try to do the good, we try to do the right, and we forget that our inner nature. But here what we need to understand, the very golden rule that you have to remember. Forget about right or wrong, because that all, you know, conventional. It depends time to time. Whatever rights in a certain place, it's going to be very wrong for another place. Whatever right for this time, so the next time it's going to become wrong. And so it's the whatever good for this moment, the very next moment, you know, it's going to become something else. And today is like this. When the tomorrow comes, there is no chance for the today. So then remember always, what you need to focus, rather than trying to be right or wrong, good or bad, or kind of like, don't go into that dualistic mind. Look into the awareness. Be aware, be conscious again and again, again. So then when you try to be conscious, what will happen? That your unknown nature, that it always try to push you towards something. So you become more mindful, aware. So you can't do it with many thoughts. So that's why you hold it to, you anchoring to one single point. So what it get? Our sensation of inhalation, exhalation. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be at the same place, and it's going to be all the time with you. And it is available 24/7. It's free. You don't need to worry about it. It's there. Only thing is, be mindful. And if it is go here and there, bring it back, be with it, be with it. So then by the time, once the mind settles down, in the beginning, it will try to go here and there because that's the nature. Oh, forget about it. She try to practice meditation. No, I know how to deal with this, and you are unknown, that you don't know that. Now you know this is the surface level, that whatever you saw on mirror, you know as who you are, that you put the details on identity, your character certificate. And other people, when they meet you, whatever that they told you, only that things about you. But now this unknown nature start to come, take you away sometimes. See, sometimes we do things, even we can't find the reason why we do like that. And sometimes, when you are conscious, you take decision, I'm not going to do this. I'm done. And now you okay. Maybe just even, middle of the night, eating candy. This our this here our Anand, and sometimes some people bring chocolates, candy. So, I don't eat sometimes. So I'll just, keep it on the table or somewhere, I put into the cupboard. And at night I see it is there when I go to sleep. But morning it disappears. It's gone. And I sometimes I ask Ananda, so Ananda, what happened to this candy? What happened to this chocolate? I don't know. I don't know. So then later he tell me, at night, in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, he do all the meal plans, go to gym, work out, and he used to be in the, the military, and Navy SEAL, good practice, and but sometimes when the body need that sugar, unconsciously he wake up in the middle of the night, he come and open the cupboard and eat all the candy, all the chocolate. It still happen. So this happened to us also, not only for him. This happened to us also. You can apply it to. Then he eat only the candy maybe, and we do a lot of things in level. Sometimes we ourselves know, oh, that is a very silly thing. Or sometimes, and some we do this same thing sometimes in a different way, silly things. From where it comes, you have no idea. After you done, again you become worried, oh, why I did that. See, that's mean what? You have to remember, that's mean there is something in you that you didn't see. So then remember that you are like a mountain. In this mountain, that unknown part, you can see when you go into the rock bottom. So how you can do it? Just practice single point, the mind, pointness. Again and again, again and again, stay with the sensation, build up a very good discipline with your posture. And if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. You don't have many thoughts or the desires or the wanting. Just let everything to settle down. And once it settles down, you are capable to see your own mind, your thoughts, how the thoughts arise and disappear. You don't go with thoughts. You still keep focused to the sensation. By the time you start to capable to see, when the thoughts arise, behind that thoughts, there is deeper roots. And once you see the roots, you don't need to take any actions. The seeing itself is the action to uproot that all the thoughts. That's it. And from that level, you go to the very analytical level of understanding. It is totally different way of mental practice, but this is the beginning. So once you go to the rock bottom of your life, remember, and you see only the nature, you don't have any favor. You recognize the causation, the causality. That is the true nature of the Dharma. It is not me or that or this or kind of like you don't have anything. You just know this everything as a part of the nature. You know, you don't anymore hold it to the names or the forms. You get out of that. You don't put the categories. You don't categorize things. You see only the nature, how things come to be as they are. And that is where you get out of the dualistic mind. Right or wrong is a right and the wrong going to be according to this place, environment, time, space. But now you are more away from that. You're not caught up in that angle, or good or bad, right or wrong. So now you see even how things come to be as they are. And that is where you get out of your own spider web. And that's where you go into deeper your rock bottom and see how you became like this. And that is where you become totally conscious and that unconscious part disappears. That is where you become totally aware and that unawareness disappears. And then anymore, there is no two force to press each other. That is where you come to the point to end this everything completely, and which we call ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, let's get into the practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes. And say Suvapat Veva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And don't try to make anything happen the way you want. Don't have any comments. Don't have any self-talk yourself regarding the breathing. Just allow it to happen as it is and recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Ittavata me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.